about building community. I'm going to put Jennifer's slide up here, kind of all of these pictures that she has about kind of just giving some ideas of, this is a Bitmoji that you can access images and typing comments that say, can't wait to see you, or any questions, all these ideas. For me, I have it as an application on my browser up here as an extension, excuse me. So I can click on it right here as I go through and I find an extension. I go to Chrome, I put it on there, and then I have to log in and get those ideas. I can have to go on to mine's through Snapchat or through Bitmoji. I also have it as well. But then you can add on my phone is how I have to go through and look at my attire or my hat or my glasses or my facial features, et cetera, et cetera. And you can make a Bitmoji that's very similar to your appearance and have that as a kind of a nice welcoming conversation with a visual. So that is almost its own little training in it's to dive into as well, because it gets kind of techy and making sure what does your platform look like on my platform. So I'm not going to dive into that process, but the use of it is wonderful. You can make these are just Google slides that are like a Bitmoji classroom that can have activities. Maybe you use these already. I know my children through their elementary school, this was their home landing point, their Google Classroom, and the teacher utilized components of it. So when we were virtual learning, that's what it was, but it was also carried over when we moved into face-to-face as a way for review and to access information outside of the classroom, which was wonderful. And then I also wanted to show sometimes when this is what they had as a opening slide for their students is, accessing all of these are links about content. I've used this for an agenda with the district or a group of teachers for a PLC, or if your collaboration, maybe it's district-wide around some type of a topic, which is kind of nice. And then all of these are linked to websites. So here's your Would You Rather math that we did, and it has many opportunities of different types of would you rather ideas. For example, I just clicked on the 912. Would you rather make a 150,000 a year, et cetera. So there's a bunch of these slides to get going, and there's tons of them. Some of them may connect with your students or your ideas that you're talking about. So it's kind of fun to go through there. One last thing before I open it up for questions on this Bitmoji is there's a neat person that has been doing these retro, his name's Kurt Salisbury, retro Desmos. And I made a Google Classroom with, trying to find some of these arcades. And so you're going to an old arcade with all these retro Desmos activities around Castlevania, Donkey Kong. There's one that I don't know about I have elementary students, and Among Us was the hot game forever this last summer, Fortnite. So all of these kind of connections. And then when you get in there, there's some activities that are around those games. So I'll let you play around with that as well. They're in the Teacher Desmos collection. And so I'll also drop that in the chat that you could add to your collection if you'd like, or if you need help putting that onto your desktop, we can also do that and walk through there. So just a nice way to get that social emotional learning strategies, as well as daily check-ins, looking at some of those Bitemojis about how you doing, kind of puts a smile to your face. Even every time I see them, I think it makes me feel happy. And about other, kids, if they can make their own Bitemoji, they might have fun with it. And again, still having that connection with it, with each other, and, the classroom, as well as, maybe making your own Google Classroom with links, and so students can share some of their thinkings around an activity. So